Good day, everyone. Hello. Good
Good day,
morning,
sir.
everyone.
Good morning po.
So,
So,
how's
how's
your
your day?
day?
Okay lang po, sir.
Oh, so it's good to know that you are fine. Now, for today's discussion, we are going to discuss the quantifiers many, much, a lot of, lots of, plenty of, and a great deal of. Before we proceed, let's have some activity. So I have here sets of pictures. So I want you to identify what is the picture flashed on your screen. So let's start. The first one is, did you see my cursor? So yeah, the first one is
Yes
what is that thing?
sir.
So what? Yes, Hannah.
Pillow po.
All right. So that thing is a pillow. The next one, what is that thing?
That's a bug, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
Basil.
Basil. A bag.
Right.
Right.
So that is a bag. So correct. So the third one, what is that thing? Food. Yes, Hannah. What is that?
Sir, is that a sugar?
Right. So that picture is sugar. All right. How about the fourth one? What is what is that?
Salt.
Yes,
Yes,
Basil.
Basil.
Right.
Right.
So
So
that
that
picture is salt. How about the fifth picture on the left side? Yes, Hannah. What is that
Pen.
picture? All right. So that is a pen. How about the first picture on the right side? So it is very common in this kind of time. What is that picture? Yes,
alcohol. Yes,
Basil.
Basil.
Right.
Right.
So
So
that
that
picture
picture
is
is
alcohol. All right. The next picture is that picture. Yes,
Student
Hannah.
po.
All
Student.
right. Students. All right. How about the third picture? What is that picture?
glass of water.
All right. So that is a glass of water or water simply. How about the fourth picture on the right side of your screen?
Money po.
All right. So that is money. And the last picture, what is that? Hannah, can you tell what is the picture
Clock
on the
po. Clock
clock?
po.
Clock. So what does a clock shows?
Time po.
Right. So that picture specifically um, wants to signify time. So these pictures are what you call nouns. So nouns will play an integral part in identifying what kind of quantifiers we are going to use in a sentence. First is we need to classify these nouns if it is countable or uncountable. Oh, so ayan. Ayan. So from the first part, ayun, wait lang. Lipat ko lang uli, ibaba ko lang ulit sa may picture. Alright. So these are nouns. So we need to classify if it is a countable or uncountable nouns. From the word countable, it is the nouns that can be count. While the uncountable, these are nouns that is cannot be or hard to count. So let's classify these pictures if they are countable or non-countable. So let's have the first picture on the left side. Can you see my cursor? So let's have the pillow. Can you tell me if it is a countable or non-countable noun? Yes, Hannah.
Pillow is a countable noun because
All right. So pillow is a countable noun because we can count the number of pillow. How about the second picture, which is the bag? Is it countable or uncountable noun? Basil, can you tell me what kind of noun is a bag?
Countable po, sir.
Can you repeat?
Countable po, sir.
All right, so bag is a countable noun. Very good. How about sugar? Is it countable or non-countable?
non-countable po.
All right, very good. So sugar is non-countable or uncountable because it is hard to count, right? How about the fourth picture, the salt? So it is almost the same with sugar. It is a what? It is it is what? What kind of
Non-countable,
noun? All right.
non-countable.
Okay, very good. So it is an uncountable noun. How about the pen? What kind of noun it is? What do
Count
you think? What kind of noun?
Countable.
countable.
All right, so you're both correct. It is a countable noun. How about alcohol? Is it a countable or uncountable noun? What do you think? Is it countable or non-countable noun? How about you, Basil? What what do you think? Is it countable or uncountable?
Depende po, sir. Pag if bottle of alcohol, countable. Pero pag yung liquid itself, hindi po. Non-count. Pag yung liquid.
Okay, so very good, very nice explanation. So very nice explanation, very good, Basil. If we are talking about bottles of alcohol, we can classify it as countable because we can count the bottle of alcohol. But if we are talking about the liquid or the alcohol itself, we cannot easily distinguish the number of alcohol because it is in the liquid form. So, very good. But let's talk about it as more of its alcohol itself. So basically, the alcohol is uncountable now. So very good, Basil. How about the students? What do you think? Is it a countable or non-countable now? How about you, Hannah? What do you think? It is a countable or
Countable
uncountable?
po.
All right, so it is a countable noun. How about water? So let's focus more on water itself. Is it countable or non-count or uncountable? Basil, can you tell me what kind of noun is water?
Uncountable,
Just
sir.
water itself. Okay, very good. So it is uncountable. How about money? What kind of noun is money? What do you think? How about you, Hannah? Can you tell me what kind of
Countable
noun
po.
is money? What again?
Countable po.
Countable. So, okay, let's define it this way. If we are going to talk about the currency of the money, it can be classified as countable because we can count the currency or the number of money based on its currency. But if we are going to see it or classify it as money itself, it can be considered or classified as uncountable nouns. So basically, the answer for this picture is that money is uncountable now. So, right. How about the last picture? Time. Or what kind of noun is time?
Both po, sir.
Someone again?
Both po. It can be
All
countable and
right. So, right. Time. Ayun, sige. Ayun. So, time can be classified as both um, um, countable or uncountable. Now, it depends on the situation, but let's more focus on the matter that time is classified as uncountable because in this previous in this or on the latter part of this discussion we are going to talk about time which will be a significant or um, integral part of a particular quantifier. So that are the pictures which signifies uncountable and countable nouns. So is it clear?
yes po, sir.
So is it clear?
Yes po, sir.
All right. So now
Yes,
that
sir.
we classified the what kind of noun, now that we classified the pictures whether they are uncountable or countable nouns, let's have these sets of sentences. All right. So next slide. All right. So I have here set of sentences. So read and observe. All right. So can someone read the first sentence?
He doesn't want many pillows in his bed.
How about all right, thank you Hannah for reading. So the first sentence is he doesn't want many pillows in his bed. So what is the noun used in the sentence? What is the noun in the
Countable.
sentence? Again?
Countable po. Countable noun, sir.
All right, so it is countable. So what is the right? So it is countable. What is the noun mentioned in the sentence? It is
P-
right. It is P.
pillows.
Okay, right. So it is, or the noun mentioned in the sentence is pillows. And according to the first part of our activity, pillows is classified as countable nouns. So, what is the quantifier used in the sentence? Can you tell me what quantifier is used in the sentence? Basil, can you tell me what quantifier?
The word many.
Hello. All right. So the quantifier used in the sentence is many. So let's now proceed on the second sentence. Can someone read the second sentence? May I call on Basil? Can you read the second sentence?
How many bags do you have?
All right. How many bags do you have? What is the noun mentioned in the sentence? Can you tell me what is the noun
Bags.
mentioned in the sentence? All right, bags. And according to our activity earlier, bags is classified as what kind of noun?
Countable noun, sir.
Bag. All right, so very good. So bags is classified as countable nouns. Let's proceed to the third sentence. Can you can you read the third sentence, Hannah?
I don't want much sugar in my milk.
All right, I don't want much sugar in my milk. Can you classify or please classify what is the noun mentioned in the third sentence?
Sugar pertaining to
All right, okay, very good. So, sugar. What kind of noun is sugar?
uncountable noun.
Uncountable noun. Very good. So, what is the quantifier mentioned in the sentence?
Much.
Much. Very good. All right, let's proceed on the fourth sentence. So, I will read it. Isn't there much salt in the food? So, the noun is salt. And according to our discussion or activity earlier, salt is classified as what? What kind of noun?
Uncountable noun.
All right, so salt is uncountable noun. And the quantifier used in this fourth sentence is what is the quantifier
Much.
used? All right, so the quantifier is much. Let's proceed to the fifth sentence. We have the sentence Jack bought a lot of pen, or let me rephrase it. Jack bought a lot of pens in the bookstore yesterday. So the noun is pens. And according to our discussion or activity earlier, pen is classified as countable nouns. And what do you think is the quantifier used in the sentence? Basil, can you
A
tell me
lot.
what is... Oh, Hannah. Okay,
A
Hannah.
lot of. A lot of.
All right, so the quantifier used in the sentence is a lot of. Very good. For the sixth sentence, we have lots of alcohol was utilized by Jill in her experiment. The noun present in the sentence is alcohol, and it's classified as what kind of noun? Alcohol itself
Non-count.
is
Non-count.
classified. Okay, so alcohol itself is classified as uncountable noun. And the quantifier used in the sentence is what? What is the quantifier used in the sentence?
Lots of.
All right, so the quantifier used in the sixth sentence is lots of. Okay, very good. Let's have the seventh sentence. We have the sentence plenty of students are struggling to study because of the poor internet connection. So let's highlight the noun students. Students is classified as countable noun. And what kind of quantifier is used in this sentence? Anna, please tell me what kind of or what quantifier is used in this sentence.
Plenty of.
All right, so very good. So the quantifier used in the sentence is plenty of. Let's have the eighth sentence. Can you, Basil, please read the eighth sentence?
Drink plenty of water every day.
All right, so drink plenty of water every day. The noun highlighted in this sentence is the noun water, and it is classified as what kind of noun? This water is?
Countable noun.
All right, so water is considered as uncountable noun, and the quantifier used in this sentence is what? What is the quantifier?
Plenty of.
Oh, plenty of. Very good. Let's have the ninth sentence. A great deal of money is needed for her medication. So, money, as we discussed earlier, can be considered as both uncountable and non-countable. But money can be considered if the um, money presented in the sentence is in the currency of a particular country. But if we are talking about the money itself, it can be considered as uncountable noun. So take note of that, students. And the quantifier used in the ninth sentence is, please tell me what is the quantifier, Basil? Hello, what is the quantifier?
A great deal of.
All right, so the quantifier is a great deal of. Let's now have the last sentence. He spent a great deal of time playing mobile games. So the highlighted noun is time. And the quantifier used in that particular sentence is a great deal of. So please take note the quantifiers and the nouns and what kind of noun in the what kind of noun is used in that particular sentence. So the to sum up the contents of this sentence, let's have the next slide. So for the first quantifier, we have many, and the nouns used are pillows and bags. On the much, we have sugar and salt. A lot of, we have pen. Lots of, we have alcohol. Plenty of, we have students and water. a great deal of, we have money and time. So please take note of the quantifiers and what kind of nouns are present in each quantifier. So now to further understand the quantifiers, let's discuss each quantifier. So the first one is the quantifier many. As we discussed earlier, we are going to use the same set of examples. So the first sentence, he doesn't want many pillows in his bed. On the second sentence, how many shoes do you have? So the nouns here are pillows and shoes. So what kind of nouns does pillows and shoes are? What kinds of nouns are pillows and shoes are? Can you tell me?
Countable nouns.
All right. So pillows and shoes are countable nouns. So therefore, we can conclude that the sentence or the structure will be many plus. All right. So wait, hindi siya nagpa-flash. Many plus. All right. Okay. Many plus countable nouns because as you can see in the sentence, many is followed by a noun, and that noun is countable nouns. And this quantifier or the quantifier many is usually used with, all right, so it is usually used in questions and negative sentence. So as you can see, the first sentence is a negative sentence because of the existence of the word doesn't, which signify negativity. And for the second one, it is a question. So that is many. Let's proceed to the next quantifier. Let's have the quantifier match. Again, the sets of sentences is almost the same as the sentence that we used earlier. The first sentence is I don't want much sugar on my milk. And the second one is isn't there much salt in the food? Again, what kind of noun does sugar and salt are? What kind of noun?
Uncountable noun.
All right, so sugar and salt are considered as uncountable noun. So therefore, the structure that we expecting to see in the sentence must be the quantifier much plus. All right, so the quantifier much plus the uncountable nouns. And this quantifier or the quantifier match is usually used in, all right, so it can be used in negative sentence and negative questions. All right, let's now proceed on the next quantifier. All right, so we have the quantifiers a lot of and lots of. The sentence will be Jack ate a lot of mangoes last night. And the last one is lots of alcohol was spent by Jill doing her experiment. So the scent or the nouns used are mangoes and alcohol. And based on our discussion, alcohol are, oh, let wait. Also, let's dissect it. The first sentence is Jack ate a lot of mangoes last night. So mango can be classified as what kind of noun? Again, what kind of noun does mango is?
Countable noun.
Alright, so it is a countable noun. How about the alcohol? On the second sentence, the sentence is lots of alcohol was spent by Jill doing her experiment. So omit the last one, a lot of. No? So what kind of noun does alcohol is? What kind of noun does alcohol is? It is
Uncountable.
right. So it is an uncountable. So based on the sentence, a lot of and lots of can be used with, all right, so a lots of plus, okay, a lot of or lots of can be used with countable nouns or non-countable nouns. So it can be used with both kind of nouns. But take note of this. A lot of is more formal with the quantifier lots of. And these quantifiers, the quantifiers a lot of and lots of, are usually used in, okay, it is usually used with or in affirmatives, negatives, and questions. So are everything clear so far with our discussions about quantifiers?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's now proceed on the last quantifier. Ay, okay, so it's not the last pala. So we have the quantifier plenty of. The first sentence is plenty of students are struggling to study because of the poor internet connection. And the last one, drink plenty of waters every day. The the first sentence use the or have the noun students, and students, as we discussed earlier, is considered as what kind of noun? Again, what kind of noun the students is?
Countable.
Countable noun.
So very good. So okay, very good. So students is a countable noun. How about the waters or water? So let me omit the letter S. It's supposed to be water only. So drink plenty of water every day. What kind of noun does water is? Again, as we discussed
Countable
earlier.
noun.
All right, very good. So water is considered as uncountable noun if we are talking about water itself. But if we are talking about glass of water, then we can consider that. Then we can consider it as countable nouns. Okay. So therefore, we can use plenty of with the countable nouns and uncountable nouns. So it is the same with the quantifiers lots of and a lot of. Now let's proceed to the last quantifier. We have the quantifier a great deal of. So as we discussed earlier, we are going to use the same set of sentence wherein the first sentence is a great deal of money is needed for her medication. And the last or the second sentence is he spent a great deal of time playing mobile games. So money and time, as we discussed earlier, it can be considered as both countable and uncountable noun. But for this kind of um, situation wherein um, we didn't elaborate or specifically um, distinguish what kind of money or what is the specific time, money and time can be considered as what kind of noun? Is it countable or uncountable?
Uncountable po.
All right, very good. Since we didn't discuss or we didn't mention a specific currency of money and a specific time, therefore, money and time in this particular sentences are considered as uncountable nouns. Therefore, the structure that we are expecting to see in sentences is a great deal of plus plus right, a great deal of plus uncountable nouns. So is everything clear about quantifiers and the kinds of nouns it must used with? Is it clear?
Yes
Yes,
po.
sir.
How about you, Basil? All right. So let's see if you really grasped the discussion. So we let's have a short or a quick exercise. All right, let's have a quick exercise. All right. So on the left side of your screen, listed are the um, quantifiers that we discussed, wherein we discussed the quantifiers many, much, a lot of, lots of, plenty of, and a great deal of time. So on the right side are or is a sentence which are going to fill in with the quantifiers on the left side. So let's now start. Can you kindly answer the first sentence? Please read it first. Hannah, read and answer the first sentence.
Don't put blank sugar in my coffee. Don't put a lot of sugar in my coffee.
Again, don't put, again, in the sentence that we discussed earlier, what is the quantifier that we use with the um, noun sugar? Is what? So the answer for this sentence is particularly the quantifier. Okay, show it much. Since the sentence is a negative sentence, the answer is the quantifier much. But as we discussed earlier, it can also be a lot of and lots of, since a lot of and lots of can be used with negative sentence. So the answer, Fana, is considered as also correct. So very good, Hannah. But for this particular sentence, we are going to use hello. How about you, Hannah? Kindly answer the second sentence.
I have blank pens in my room. Many.
All right, so the answer for this one is I have many pens in my room. Very good, Hannah. About the next sentence, I that's all. All right. So the sentence is he drinks blank of water to stay healthy. What kind of or what quantifier did we use with the noun water in our previous or earlier discussion?
Plenty of.
So we use the quantifier, right? So quantifier plenty of, right? Very good, Basil. So the answer for this sentence is the quantifier plenty of. So na doble. So it should be no of after that quantifier. So yeah. But nevertheless, the answer is a quantifier plenty. Let's proceed to the next sentence. Yon. So, how blank pillows do you want to put on your bed? So, this the kind of um, sentence is question, and according to our discussion earlier, what kind of or what quantifier is used with question? So we use how blank pillows do you want to put on your bed?
Many po. Many.
All right. So very good, Basil. The quantifier fit in the sentence is many. Right. Very good. And let's have the next one. I will use blank for disinfecting my belongings. So the answer for this one is can be both of this quantifier can be blank or black. What do you think are the quantifiers fit for this sentence? It can be on the uncountable or countable nouns. So these quantifiers can be used on countable or non-countable nouns. So what do you think is the quantifier used in the sentence? So we use the what do you think? Oh, so ayon, medyo nagkaroon lang ng confusion. So I forgot to put a noun on this sentence, but I think it is quite obvious that the noun I am pertaining to in this sentence is alcohol. So the sentence should be I will use blank alcohol for disinfecting my belongings. So what kind of quantifiers or quantifier should we use in this sentence?
A lot of.
A lot of and a lot of
Plenty
and
of.
lots of. So remember, a lot of and lots of can be used interchangeably. But if we are used or we are preferred to use more formal quantifier, then we should use the quantifier a lot of. So the answer for this sentence is a lot of or lots of. All right. Let's have the next sentence. Sentence. Ayan. So they will be needing blank money for the reconstruction of their house. Again, what is the quantifier that we use with the noun money? So we have an example earlier where we use the noun money. And with that sentence, together with the money is the quantifier. What quantifier? What do you think? What is the quantifier for this sentence? Hello?
A lot of.
A lot of. There is more specific, um, or there is a more fit quantifier
A
in
great
this
deal of.
sentence. All right, so the correct answer for this sentence is a great deal of. All right, the answer is a great deal of. All right. So now, to further know whether you have grasped our discussion, can you give me or please give me a sentence using any quantifiers that we discussed? Can anyone share their or give a sentence using any quantifiers that we discussed?
Sir,
Yes, Hannah.
I don't want to put a lot of sugar on my coffee.
Okay, I don't want to put a lot of sugar in my coffee. So you use the quantifier. What quantifier did you use?
A lot of.
A lot of. And based on our discussion earlier, a lot of can be used with countable and non-countable or uncountable nouns. And the uncountable noun that you use is what? What is the noun that you use? It is sugar, right? And the kind of sentence that you particularly use is a negative sentence. And according to our discussion earlier, a lot of and lots of can be used with negative sentence. So therefore, your answer is correct. So that is a very good example, Hannah. So good job. How about you, Basil? Can you give me an example of or please give me a sentence using any quantifiers that we discussed.
There was a lot of rain last.
Again. Again, can you repeat your answer, Basil?
There was a lot of rain last week.
Okay, there was a lot of rain last week. Rain, so rain can be considered as uncountable noun, and based on our discussion earlier, lots of can be used with both countable and non-countable noun. And it can be used with affirmative or something that is or it can be used with the affirmative sentences, negative sentences, and questions. And so your answer is considered as correct. So very good job on giving example with the quantifiers that we discussed. So I think you have grasped our discussion for today. So that's all for today. And yeah, let's have the last slide. All right. Let's have the last slide. All right. So I think that's the very last slide that you want to see, the thank you, which signifies that our discussion is already done. So goodbye and thank you, class.
Goodbye and thank you din po, sir.
Thank you po.
Okay, keep safe, everyone.